So I got in trouble with Epic Games. Not really, but maybe just a little bit. Listen, so I gotta tell you guys this because this has been on my mind for the past 3 weeks and I just need to tell someone. I have been having a blast with the new season. I love the new Marvel season. I still love Epic Games. But unfortunately, recently, I received some bad news from Epic, and let's just talk about it. Basically, this all started when Fortnite Reload came out. It was a great idea from Epic Games, a small version of the Chapter 1 map that we all love with a unique twist of the reload mechanic. So I was playing it and enjoying it, and I had the thought, I'm like, people are really enjoying this small version of the Chapter 1 map. I know they would go crazy for a small version of the Chapter 2 map. I mean, I made that video a while ago and Chapter 2 was apparently most people's peak of Fortnite. So that's when the gears started turning. I have a map making team. Why not try our hand at making a small version of the Chapter 2 map and recreate the reload mechanic that people are really enjoying? And it's no easy task, but if we manage to pull it off, it would be such a cool thing to work on and bring to you guys, like especially the people who missed out on Chapter 2 or people who missed Chapter 2 and just want to play a reload version of it. And technically, it shouldn't break any of Epic's rules, so we got to work on it. Over the next month, we started figuring out how to code the reload system in UEFN, and it was not easy. And my biggest worry was that the map would be too laggy. I mean, there is a reason that there is no other battle royale styled map that actually has players, because you have to run into issues with lag and performance all the time. But we tested the gameplay and made sure we nailed the feel and the reload mechanic, and eventually we were ready to launch. I put out a tweet and it got 32,000 likes, and I was not expecting that, but there were so many people that were hyped and it definitely got Epic's attention. So you guys know the story. We launched the map a few weeks ago and people loved it and they were so hyped to try it out. I hopped into some lobbies and opened the mic and people were going crazy for it. But listen, I was so worried leading up to the launch because it was such a huge project. I thought things would break. I thought there would be performance issues and lag. And I was just so relieved to see it actually working and people actually enjoying it. And there wasn't really any lag and there was a few bugs that we ended up addressing, but the game launched and people were having fun. It was one of the most successful map launches ever. It reached 30,000 concurrent players on its second day, and it was briefly the #1 map on Fortnite. Now, this is the part where Epic comes in, but before that, I did want to address one thing. So like I said, a lot of you guys loved the map. It felt like Chapter 2, and it had like a magical feel to it. But some of you were also like, Sypher, this part here doesn't look the best. There was a small visual glitch here. Where's the furniture? It's all good. I understand. We listened and fixed pretty much everything that people gave feedback on, even though some people were being a little bit over dramatic, but I get it. You're passionate about Chapter 2 and you want to see it done right. I understand. Overall, though, I was over the moon that the map was working and I was ready to put the team to work on making it even better. But then I got a message from Epic. You see, I released the map one day before going on vacation. I was going to Jordan to attend a family member's wedding and I had an amazing time. But I was reached out to Epic and they were very, very nice about this. I want to make it perfectly clear. I love working with Epic and they have been an amazing partner, but even sometimes good friends need to give you some bad news. And basically they said this: Sypher, in order to ensure you're adhering to Epic's island creator rules, you'll need to make some tweaks to the island to feel less like a Chapter 2 remake and more like your own custom battle royale. So yeah, they were extremely nice about it, but I did need to make those changes so that the map would be within the guidelines. So I was across the world at a wedding and I was like, so I have to remake the entire map to feel less like Chapter 2? And I got more information and I was like, okay, how do we actually make this work? Should I just take down the map? Like, players are playing this for the Chapter 2 experience. If I just go and change every single POI and make it random, maybe some people will find it fun, but a lot of people will be like, where is Chapter 2? I was in a really tough spot because I was really happy with how the map was doing, but how do we save this map? What changes do we need to make? I was very distracted. I was very all over the place. But then I remembered, what would Nick A30 say right now if he was here? He would tell me, sometimes life throws bad stuff your way, but when faced with an impossible task, you need to stay strong, make a plan, and never back down and never give up. And that's exactly what I did. I'll have to find the one perfect solution to actually make this work. So we went to the drawing board and had to remake most of the POIs on the map. And we even removed a few because people were saying there was too many POIs anyways. And here is what we came up with. You see, in Chapter 2, Season 1, a huge meme was the Kraken live event. It was this fake event that a lot of people clickbaited, and I thought it would be hilarious if we transformed the shark into the Kraken. It now has a pirate ship with tentacles and a new building, and this actually looks really sick. I think it was a very smart way to reimagine the shark in a different universe. Next up, Slurpy Swamps. We can't have that, right? That's where they make slurp juice. And when I launched the map, you guys were asking, why is there Flowberry Fizz in the loot pool? That's not from Chapter 2. Well, I like Flowberry Fizz, and I think it's a cool healing item. So to actually make this make sense, what if Slurpy Swamp was no longer a slurp factory, but a Flowberry Fizz factory? And that's where the Fizz factory is born. New factory, new layout, same vibe, but different. But now it's time for our hardest task, the agency. This is one of the most beloved POIs, so we can't mess this one up. We went through a lot of different ideas. How do we change it, but keep it fun and still make it that beloved hot drop? What would make sense in the Fortnite universe? And that's when it hit me. Do you guys remember the device event from Chapter 2 when we got transported into an office and saw Agent Jonesy for the first time? That was a really memorable moment. What if the device event went wrong and fused that office with the agency? So that's the idea. And this is the office. We spent a ton of time on making a new POI that has similarities to the agency, but also has a lot of differences, like being able to visit Jonesy's office, these glass panels that make fights really cool, and a bunch of other Easter eggs. They worked for days on this to pull this off, and I gotta give a huge shout out to my team because I was on vacation. There wasn't a lot I could do. I was checking in, but the team really clutched up. And all of this came together at the very last minute. We managed to pull it off and make it work. And I was worried that when people hopped on, they would be like, what the hell is this? But people actually loved it. Yo, guys, go to the Kraken. Oh, no, this is going to be crazy.
Hey, yo, SypherPK. Oh, bro, this is crazy.
I could tell because we added proximity chat to the map, which was a really cool addition you should check out. And that's when I realized maybe I'm not in trouble with Epic. And maybe Epic was helping me. Maybe this was a blessing in disguise. I mean, they literally told me to make some changes to make it less like the Chapter 2 map and more like my own custom battle royale. And while this process was stressful, listening to your feedback and coming up with all these new POIs and changes was actually a ton of fun. And so now that we have this very different, reimagined version of a Chapter 2 map, why not continue the map in a direction that you guys want to take it? What if this now becomes a community-driven mini battle royale? A map directed by you guys with your ideas and your thoughts and your feedback. I mean, so you guys could literally just say, hey, we want the block back in the game, and we could add that. Or someone could suggest that we move the Kraken to the north side of the map, and we could do that as well. Or maybe we add a Courage JD shrine to the map. I mean, we're not going to do that. Okay, like not all ideas are good ideas, but you guys get what I'm saying. If you're a Reboot player and you have an idea or you're passionate about a change that should happen on the map, you can post in my Discord. You can literally post it on the Reddit or in the comment section. And if you get enough traction behind your idea, we can literally go in and make those changes. And I know some of you are thinking, what about Project VFN? And I've been saying this on stream, so I just want to make it clear. That project still needs another 2 to 3 years before it's even possible in UEFN. There's still a lot of limitations, but when the time comes, we are still interested in executing. But as for my reboot map, I don't know how well it's going to work, but I know it's a super fun and exciting idea, and I'm making the best out of a tough situation. And that's really what I want you guys to take away from this video. When everything goes wrong and things feel impossible, there's always a way to make the best out of it. So if the idea of a community-driven BR sounds exciting, hop on Reboot right now with your friends. If you have any feedback or ideas, post it in my Discord, post it in the Reddit. And the first community change I would like to announce is we just launched a zero build version of the map called Reboot 2 Zero Build. A lot of people were requesting this, so we made a separate map that is zero build. Here's the map code for that. Go check it out. And guys, let me know what you guys want to see. And thank you so much for watching.